Okay, next bend is a full crossover. These have come back into fashion because of gas rates and things like that. No fittings, and the reason we have a crossover is for crossing over another pipe. Now we're just going over 22mm copper pipe with a 15mm pipe. If you're putting pipe insulation on any of these pipes, the crossover obviously has to be bigger. And I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one like this with a tight angle to begin with, and one with a more shallower angle to show you the difference and why we do it with a tight angle. First thing I need to do is have two pieces of pipe, one for the tight angle, one for the more shallow angle. And the first thing I need to do is mark the centre line. Now this centre line is just a guide. I can either measure the pipe halfway or guess it. I'm going to guess it. Because the two pieces of pipe are 600mm, and that's the same size as the board that we're working on. I mark the centre. Now the first one I'm going to do, it doesn't matter what side I put on the hook, which I'm always talking about, because this is the centre of the pipe. This one is an educated guess. I pull the swing arm back, doesn't matter what side goes in it, I put the hook up, close it, and what I'm looking for is, because I know I've used this bending machine for years, is that mark to be somewhere at the last M of the 15mm. Some plumbers have hacksaw marks in their wheels to make sure they get the same sort of angles for everything to do. I'm going to use the one that's stamped in it. It's never going to move. So I'll bring it back to the 15mm, and the first one I'm going to do is a really tight bend. I want it to be between 80 and 90 degrees. So I'll go past the 35, the 45, and I'm coming straight up to around about the 90. I guess I'm going to leave it there. I take this one out. The next one I'm going to do is a lot shallower. I'm maybe going to go to 35, 40 degrees. Again, I put the pipe in, doesn't matter which end goes on the hook. I'll bring it back up roughly to the M. I'll hold it, I put the guide in, bend it right round so I know where the 35 and the 45 degree bend is. I'll go a bit past 45, make it a bit easier. And as you can see on the board, both angles are totally different. Don't worry about the marks. This one, and the first one, is a bit towards my left, and the one at the back is a bit more towards my left. All I'm going to do with them, if you want, you can rub them out or leave them on. If I put the shallow angle out the way in the meantime, we'll do this one first, and then we'll do this next one, and you'll see the difference of what I'm talking about. So the next thing I need to do is the two bends at the side, which are that bend there or that bend. First thing I need to do, if I move this board to give myself a bit of room, hold it on the bench. Now I'm looking down on top of the pipe, and I can see a dimple from the bending machine in the form of there and there. And I'm going to go for a guess, and I'm going to guess the centre of the pipe is round about there. I put the ruler on top of the pipe, and I get another one, and from the inside of the pipe to the top of the ruler, which I'm going to pretend is going to be the floor, I'm going to measure 30mm. That's about 40. I'm going to move the ruler up to around about 30. All I want is enough room for me to go over the 22mm pipe. Now I don't want to leave that measurement like that, because the ruler could be at an angle. So I'm going to use the centre mark that I've put on, and I'm going to measure down the length on one side, from point to point. That is 80mm on that side. I do the same thing on the other side, and that's 75. So all I want to do is hold it, move it down about 5mm, and then check again. That's about 80. That's about 80. I hold the ruler, and on the top of the ruler, I'm going to draw two lines going across. One that I'm going to use, and one that I'm not. I can move out the ruler. I'm going to do the same thing I did on the offsets. I'm going to measure, I'm going to put on top of it an X. And now I need to think, if I put it in the bending machine that way, again, I'm going to bend on a big U, because I want the bend to be on the hook, that is going to be the fixed size. So I need to think, which is why I put the bending machine in the vise when I'm practicing these, just to get the technique down. So I'm going to bend this one and I'm going to bend that up. So this side goes on the hook. I put it in the machine, and again, like I did with the offsets, that corner part of the X I'm going to bring back onto the curve of the wheel, like that. I'm going to put my guide in. That's going to hold it all steady for me. I'm going to look down the length, make sure it's roughly level, and then I get a straight edge. It could be a ruler, spirit level, or a piece of wood. I'm going to put that on the X on the far side and line it up with the curve of the wheel and the X on the other side. And all this is doing is giving me a guide of where I've got to go. So I'll run that across, I'll run that pipe level with the ruler. Remember, I can always tweak it afterwards. I take the guide out. That is half of it done now. Then I've got to think again what side I put in the bending machine. Again, I want to keep that side, so I've got to turn it over, but now the mark is on the wrong side. If I put it in the bending machine like that so I can see the mark, I'm bending it in a big U. So I've got to transfer the mark from one side to the other. And the easy way of doing that is, if I put that edge on the table, or on a straight edge, hold it flat, I get my pen, and I mark across the table on the edge. So I've got this edge on the table, and the far away end sticking down through the table. I can pick it up, again, put a line on the very top of the pipe. That's my next bending point. I put that in the machine, again, keeping the size that I want. Bring up the hook. Again, that point, I want to bring back to the wheel, wherever that may be. This happens to be between the 1 and the 5. But it doesn't matter, as long as it's touching the wheel. I put the guide in again, bring the arm over, that holds it level for me. I bring up my ruler, I run it right along the one I've just bent, onto the edge of the wheel where the X is, and again, I'm going to bend it in line with the ruler. The ruler of the straight edge is my guide. Bring it over just a bit more. Take the guide out, edge of the vise. And now I've got my full crossover. If I hold one end down, and that's raised up a small bit, all I do is squeeze it down on the bench to make sure both of them are flat, both of them are level. Goes on top of the frame, into the clips. I make sure the centre line is over the centre of the pipe to give me the biggest gap. And that's about 15 mil. That's the first one done. That's the one with the tight angle to begin with. If I move the board out the way, the one with the shallow angle. I do exactly the same thing again. I put the straight edge on the bottom, and I get my ruler. And again, I'm measuring from the inside of the pipe to the top of the ruler, which should be 30 millimetres. I can see right away, it's much longer. I put in my centre line right on the top of the bend where I can see it, and I'm going to measure down either side to make sure both of them are the same length. This one happens to be 100 mil, that end's 120, so I know I've got to bring the right hand end as I'm looking at it up 20 millimetres to there. I check it again, that's 100, and that's 100. So that's 20 millimetres more than the last bend that we just done. Again, I mark the top of the pipes, move the ruler. On the very top, I put a line through it for the X, and now I'm working out what end I'm going to put in the machine. This is going to go on the hook side, and that's the end where it's going to bend. Again, I put it in, I close up the hook. Again, I bring the X back to the wheel, and it's a lot further down the bending machine this time as well. We're down round about the last M. We hold that there. We put the guide in. That holds it for us. I check for level to make sure it's level with the bending machine. Again, I hold up the ruler on the X, onto the wheel with the next X below it, and I bend that level with the pipe until that becomes straight. I take that one out, and I can see right away it's going to be a lot bigger I do the same thing again. The mark is on the wrong side from the bending. I've got to transfer the mark to the other side. I put the flat edge on the bench with the other piece of pipe sticking below the table. I bring it back, I get my pen, and I draw a new mark on the other side of the pipe, and then the line over the top. If you look head on, you may see that one of the marks, the new one, is either higher or a small bit lower. It's not much. That doesn't make a difference. We're going with that new mark now. Again, I put the bend on the hook. I bring the X back to the edge of the wheel till it's touching. I put the guide in. That holds it. Again, I check to make sure it's roughly level. I use my straight edge, line it up with a piece of pipe onto the X, and I bend that in line till it's level. And that's the next one done. This one has a shallower angle, and you can see right away it's a lot bigger. Again, tweak that down until it's level. I put that in a couple of pipe clips over the pipe. We've got roughly the same gap underneath the pipe, but the two bends that are coming up are much further out, if that makes sense. So obviously, if I'm putting pipe insulation or I want it all nice, tight and compact, the first angle that we do is a lot tighter than what you think, between 80 and 90 degrees. The shallower ones just makes the whole thing just a bit longer and a bit more extended. And that is a full crossover.